Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, the skincare world finds a way to overwhelm you with trends, critiques, and endless opinions? In this episode of Biohacking Beauty, I am back with Jamie McGuire, a skincare expert with over 15 years of experience, taking a deep dive into some of the most debated topics in the beauty world today. We're going to unpack the truth about clean beauty apps and ingredient myths. For example, why sunscreen is a non negotiable, especially if you deal with melasma, and how blue light might be silently sabotaging your skin. Jamie also shares her top tips for creating an anti aging routine that's effective, luxurious, and science backed. So, whether you're battling pigmentation, curious about NAD powered skincare, or looking to future proof your skin, this episode will leave you with actionable tips to level up your routine. Let's get started.
There's also something to be said about no matter what, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And I live that completely because, I stopped getting Botox. I still have Botox in my face, apparently. I stopped getting filler. Oh, she's filled with filler. It's just like, no matter what you do, there's always going to be the next thing and the next person and all of that. So I really appreciate you making an effort and trying, whereas nobody else, in my opinion, when it comes to skincare would listen. I mean, that is something that I've experienced personally when trying to.
I'm going to tell you a story. You're so correct. So basically, there is this multi billionaire that has a longevity center in South Florida, and leave the fact that she is full of Botox and fillers. She basically wants for her center super clean skincare. So she scans the new products that we have, and she and the two molecules that that she has a problem with, first of all, is TEA. TEA is legit toxic, but the app didn't realize we are talking about white tea. The legit, it's a true story. But the second molecule was a carbon molecule called carbomer. So basically, it says, the app says, this is not the best. This is carbon, and we're like, this is you are carbon, like you're made out of carbon.
Oh, yeah.
So like, again, the any app, it cannot give you good news all the time. So it will always, they are always looking for anything that it is potentially bad, anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, and another thing is they do not update, they don't go back on their word. So let's say they chose something to be negative, and overwhelming evidence proves to the contrary, they're not going to change it. I think retinol is the best example because we now know retinol actually activates or modulates or interacts with a pathway called mTOR, which is the holy grail of longevity. That is what Silicon Valley, like they take like crazy drugs to try to modulate.
Yes.
Like rapamycin. So we now know vitamin A modulates this pathway, and of course they're not going to go back on their word. They're not going to, none of these apps can ever say, "Oops, we were wrong." It's not their model, basically.
No, I agree with that. And again, everybody just has to choose what's
Yeah.
right for them, what they want to believe as well.
Yeah.
And again, go with the good, better, best.
Yes.
That Osmosis and Young Goose are considered, in my opinion, under the best category without question. So, with all the benefits plus all the ingredients, like you can do no better, in my opinion, for both of those. I'm going, I have to be out in about 10 minutes, which I hate much because I know you and I could go forever, and we plan to do a part 2 because there's so many other products I want to dive into and give more exposure to. But before that, really quickly, I'm going to extend the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale for tomorrow. So if anybody is interested in getting, a Young Goose regimen going, I want to extend the sale to everybody who's learning all of this today. So I'll announce that even more as we go along. But one question I was even going to ask earlier, and somebody did ask that I am so happy that they did, is there a Young Goose regimen for melasma spot? So I'm assuming there's a ton of pigmentation, which I get this question so much. And, because that is not my personal concern with my skin of when I was testing out the products, it's not that I can speak to anything specifically because I'm just doing everything, testing it and doing the anti-aging stuff and making sure that my skin is healthy and hydrated and glowing and all that kind of stuff. But specifically, the spots, I don't really have any to show like, oh, this minimized or whatever. So I would love to know like a regimen products that you recommend, because I do have a ton of clients dealing with this.
So I'm one of them, actually. I have melasma.
Okay.
So very shortly, I'm a martial artist. I have a black belt in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, and I have done many. I've basically broke the relationship with something called tyrosine in my skin, and that is what causes melasma. It's that overreactiveness to the signal to create pigment. And if I come to the camera like very close, you'll be able to see very little. Yeah. So the good news are as you can see, have it under control pretty well. And I still get, anytime there is like inflammation in my skin and I go to the sun and I don't wear sunscreen, I'll get melasma. I'll get a hyperpigmented spot. So the regimen is pretty simple. I'm going to go over it one by one. Number one is our adaptogenic cleanser. And again, a lot of our products are going to be geared towards better DNA expression, so kind of fixing that broken connection, but also doing that mainly through the elevation of NAD. So adaptogenic cleanser actually eliminates kind of problems in the skin, mainly if someone wants to go into a rabbit hole, it's called CD38. That eliminates NAD in the skin. So by eliminating that, we can upregulate NAD. That's number one. Then an optional product would be amplifying essence, again, because of these NAD boosting benefits. But the real players, the real incredible players are bioretinol. It is the Youth Reset Serum, Youth Daily Moisturizer, and hyperbaric mask. Our sunblock is not the cheapest sunblock in the world.
Love, by the way, this was one of the products I really wanted to cover. We'll get into it because I think we could talk about this forever because it blocks light damage, which, oh my God, is my biggest component, because if I'm not outside, this is the one that I need. I need one that can block the blue light.
So you don't know how right you are, because for people with melasma, artificial, something called HEV, high energy visible light, but basically blue light from screens and artificial light, is as stimulating for that pigment creation as UV. So basically what you need you are, if you're just wearing sunscreen and you're freaking out because you still are getting those hyperpigmented spots, it's because you're not basically protecting yourself against mainly artificial blue light, but also EMF and pollution. All of those things increase inflammation, which then translates to more hyperpigmentation.
And can I tell you that I feel like this SPF also has, not only is it hydrating, but it almost feels like I could almost wear it as makeup. It's not tinted. It has a pink tint, but it's not a tinted one, but it is literally like you could just wear it on its own, and it creates not only a barrier, but it doesn't feel congesting. It doesn't feel like, and I am not somebody who's big on SPF. I use a tinted one for like my makeup, and that's it. I SPF, I still want us to be able to go get sun. This is the one that really changed the game for me. It's literally, before I decided to carry the entire line, I was like, well, this is the one thing I'll carry. That's for sure later. But and for the blue light, for the pollution, all of that, because retinal damage, the EMFs, I mean, it's incredible. And really quickly, just to go over, so we have amplifying essence first, or I'm sorry, adaptogenic cleanser, amplifying essence as an optional.
It's optional.
Right. Then we have the youth, or do you want, I'm trying to give somebody the layering. So what if retinol first?
No. So it would be Youth Reset.
Use reset.
Youth Reset has GHKCU at a very, very high level. And basically what you would get from a compounding pharmacy.
Okay.
So because it also increases cellular turnover, for some people that in the first like 6 weeks, that together with bioretinol might create things like, oversensitivity or things like that, just because your skin is basically an overdrive of renewal.
Okay. But just so you know, I did this from day one. I did use, and bioretinol is the one that I incorporated, but I had zero reaction or response with youth. I know I'm different because I've been doing it, but I'm just saying you have to realize I've been doing skincare, the same product line for over 15 years. My skin should have had a clear reaction to just switching up the ingredients alone.
Yeah.
Nothing. Zero. So I appreciate you giving the disclaimer, but I was pleasantly surprised to have no negative response.
Yeah, and obviously, actually, not. I would say like 95% of people are going to be like you. Having said that, you could separate them and use Youth Reset in the morning, and then Youth Reset.
That's or for people who don't want to invest too much on a daytime and a nighttime routine. So now you have, or I'm sorry, to go through everything so quickly. Doing now, you can separate them.
Yeah, one of the things I like about bioretinol, it will take you a long time to go through a bottle. So yeah,
I know. This was like 2.5 months ago.
Yes,
and I've been doing day and night.
Yes. So you could separate the two. Then you follow up both day and night with Youth Daily.
I've got moisture.
Yeah. And in the morning, BioShield SPF 40.
And at night.
And at night, hyperbaric. One caveat is if you're going out at night, if you are going to fill in the blank, we still recommend using BioShield because you're going to be exposed to pollution.
Look good. Like it gives you that glow. People need to try this. Do you guys have small sizes by chance of that one?
We are working on it, and we're going to have them pretty soon. But we do have like sachets, little sachets that people can try.
Yeah.
But soon we're going to have travel sizes, which you will be able to offer people.
I would love to just start including in every order a little sample of these things because, it's the only way, I get that it's an investment for some people that, the price point speaks for itself, though. There's a reason. And I respect and understand that people don't want to invest that yet until they have experience with it. So I would love to be able to grow a bunch.
So actually, I'm going to give you a scoop, though. The glow that you're getting is from an antioxidant that's called LPC6. And LPC6 is the cousin of C60.
Oh.
And C60, C60 we cannot put on the skin because it actually makes you sensitive to the sun. But putting LPC6 together with a sunblock gives you a very nice glow.
And over people so that they can see, I need to do like a full like run through. I mean, I did one recently for like my green tea phyto serum with my red light therapy because there's all different stages that I do certain things. So right now, I have my morning routine and my nighttime routine, and then I have like once a month my whole treatment that's a little bit different with the phyto serum and with the Nia polish and all of this. So we will dive more into these because I would love to specifically talk about hyperbaric mask, which is incredible. To talk about the BioShield, to go into the green tea phyto serum, the nail polish. I mean, there's definitely the eye care. So because they've been begging me for an eye serum, which I don't have to offer, and finally I have eye care, which I think I've had to reorder inventory like 5 times now for that one.
So the good news are you mentioned two products that are going to really Youth Eye is coming down the pipeline. Actually, the more people are gonna, I really recommend getting eye care now because the results from Youth Eye are going to be significantly better if you've used eye care for a while. That's number one. And the green tea is, I think, that's the product people sleep on the most.
Yeah.
So much so, we're heavily invested in creating a second version because the results people are getting with green tea phyto serum are, I mean, they surprise us, to be honest. We based it on one study from Germany from 2010. We called the university and asked them to use, like, is anyone doing anything with it? No. Can we just get the formula? Yeah, you can have the formula. So that's the original formula from 2010.
Wow.
We are now making a formula with NAD, with spermidine, with DNA repair enzymes that are activated by red light. So that's going to happen very soon.
Can't wait.
But this is a crazy product. So shout out to the University of Ulm in Germany.
Yeah, thank you. And that everybody who doesn't know I mean, I think that the name probably deters people for a second because, oh, green tea phyto serum, like it just sounds like, you know, a more mild serum.
Yeah.
It's a specific serum that you use with red light therapy. And I've been doing this every other night. I will put it on. I'll do a red light panel. Mito, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I finally have a legit red light panel that I am so excited.
Shout out to Mito Red. It's Scott Chevry, the great. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's, I see, by the way, for those who are just tuning in and have not seen a live with me and Awate, we went into a deep dive about red light therapy a while back, and he basically polished all of my red light one. Like I have a Soluma, I have Theraface, I have like I have so many different red light things, and none of them are strong enough. And let me tell you, when I got the Mito
Red.
That's it.
Mito Red.
Yeah, the Mito red light panel. Oh my God. To the they give you blackout goggles that you have to wear because it is so powerful. And you feel, I mean, 100% all these other ones out there don't even come close to what a panel with a fan has. They're really heavy. They're the real deal. So there's a bunch of different brands out there. I don't just want, say this one, but this is the one that I have that I've been using with the green tea phyto serum. And I swear, the recovery, I feel like, has changed. I'll get like little breakouts here and there that will come up once a month during that time, and I will use this, and they're gone. Like they're not.
Oh, that's another thing, and we kind of need to finish. So I'm going to say very shortly. Anyone that has breakouts, especially hormonal acne, this is the serum for you. And even go out to the sun with it, or be in front of a red light. This is incredible. Okay. But listen, Jamie, I have to run.
Appreciate you so much. I will follow up with everybody with, I'll go over the melasma protocol, and then we'll do a part 2 to all this because we have so many more things to talk about.
Sounds amazing.
Right? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.